Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here, ZSPN, and welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN on YouTube. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the OKC Thunder tonight. That's right, the Lakers are facing the OKC Thunder again this time around, and going back-to-back with 2 wins against the OKC Thunder tonight. And surprisingly, this is the Lakers' 3rd overtime win in surprising, surviving fashion. I mean, this is another type of game where the Lakers survived another win under their belt. And as of this win, they are now 20 wins into the NBA season with 6 losses. So I want to get into the depth of tonight's game and who stepped up and what's lacking the Los Angeles Lakers with them, going into these overtimes type of situations. So without further ado, guys, let's just get right into it. So guys, the Lakers once again go into overtime against the OKC Thunder tonight this time around, and surprisingly they survived this win against the OKC Thunder again. So this is another type of situation where the Lakers were still lacking a couple of players that did not play tonight, and one of them is Anthony Davis. And surprisingly, guys, I have to say this is the smart move by the Los Angeles Lakers for still keeping Anthony Davis out, because due to the circumstance that he's in now. I have been hearing some thoughts and opinions. Maybe some people are saying that maybe Anthony Davis is resting. I don't believe that whatsoever. I still think that he's still suffering that particular injury. I believe it's an Achilles tendon, but hopefully it's not a serious type of situation where he's out for a lengthy period of time. So hopefully it's not a huge injury that keeps him out, but hopefully a speedy recovery, and hopefully he comes back 100%. But the Lakers, they were just shorthanded. I mean, if you really think about it, they didn't do so well defensively, but they still continued to manage the game that they were proceeding throughout the game. And OKC Thunder, I mean, they are, even though the Lakers, they were shorthanded, they still managed to really take advantage of the Los Angeles Lakers in key situations, especially when it came to the 4th quarter. But LeBron James, being the captain of the team, being the guy that always steps up in certain situations, he made a clutch 3 in the final seconds left into the 4th quarter that took the Lakers into overtime. And then you had Dennis Schroeder stepped up in overtime, and then you had Wesley Matthews shooting that 3 to extend the Lakers by 1 point. And it just went on to having LeBron James just guarding whatever player that was in front of him to just manage the game to the point that the Lakers won this game in overtime tonight, 114 to, I believe, 113. So it was a tight situation where the Lakers were just not doing so well, throughout the game defensively, but managing and just going on the offense. They, had a huge help from Montrezl Harrell coming off the bench with 20 points out there tonight. But surprisingly, Kyle Kuzma, his offense in this game, when it's all said and done, him starting for the Los Angeles Lakers was a smart move by Frank Vogels, and because we saw the type of situation where Markieff Morris, who had 9 points and 6 rebounds, was just not cutting it for the Lakers to have him start. So it was just a better opportunity for Kyle Kuzma to be at the starting lineup so he can be a huge help for the Lakers when it comes to shooting and grabbing those rebounds, because, he had 15 points and I believe he had 9 rebounds, led the Lakers tonight in rebounds. So, continuing to show his progress of having a pretty good career high when it comes to rebounding wise and, and blocks. I mean, he's really focusing this season when it comes to, his defense. And, it's showing. So great job for Kyle Kuzma for stepping up for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to that sort of instance. But, LeBron James led the Lakers tonight. I believe he had 25 points out there. I mean, we kind of saw a little bit of struggle from him when it came to, I believe, the first quarter. But when it came to the second quarter, the players that were around LeBron James really helped, not gain the lead, but they were pretty down. I think they were down by maybe 12 points at one point. So, second quarter really was a game changer at one point. They were down by, I believe, 6 points. But then the third quarter came around. They were still trailing, but they still managed to, how should I say this? Manage the game that they were on. And then when it came to the fourth quarter, like I said, it just came down to the wire with LeBron James shooting that 3 clutch to take the Lakers into overtime. And, it was just that type of situation where, the Lakers, they needed to win this game, because this is the OKC Thunder. They're not pretty a good team themselves, but they have talent. So it was just a type of situation where the Lakers were shorthanded. They didn't play well defensively, but at the same time, they just had to, win this game at a clutch situation with the help of LeBron James. And then when it came to overtime, like I said, Dennis Schroeder, being that reliable player that he is, made, I believe, a layup, but I think he made some free throws for the Lakers to just gain the lead by 4 points. And then you had Wesley Matthews, who shot a 3, and it just came like a type of back and forth situation with the OKC Thunder, and it just ended up getting a very surviving type of situation, type of win for the Los Angeles Lakers this time around. This is the second time, playing against the OKC back-to-back, that they go into overtime. And I did mention that they went into overtime 3 times, but that was against the Detroit Pistons when they went into the second overtime. So let me just, correct myself. They did go into overtime 3 times, but that one time was the second against the Detroit Pistons, but they went back-to-back overtime against the OKC Thunder. So I just wanted to correct myself at that sort of instance. But a win is a win. The Los Angeles Lakers, any given time, when it's an ugly type of situation, an ugly type of win, it is a win. And I'm glad that the Lakers survived against this time around due to the circumstances they're in, being shorthanded. Because if you can tell, I didn't read any sort of injury reports when it comes to Alex Caruso, but he didn't play. So I think maybe he's still dealing with that hand type of injury that he's dealing with, but hopefully it's not anything too serious for him. But like I mentioned in the beginning, Anthony Davis, he's out due to the Achilles tendon, but hopefully it's not too serious. That will keep him out for a lengthy period of time. Hopefully he just has a speedy recovery and comes back to the Los Angeles Lakers very soon. And I believe Friday the Lakers will be facing the Memphis Grizzlies, so I believe that this might be another type of situation where they could be facing another tough team, but hopefully the Lakers just bring the A game when it comes to that particular game against the Memphis Grizzlies. But still remains to be seen about that. So, guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos, and please give me your thoughts about tonight's game against the the OKC Thunder. What do you guys agree with my analysis that it was just another type of situation that the Lakers were in when it came to facing them the last time, do you guys agree with me due to the circumstance? Maybe the Lakers are struggling the way that they are is because they don't have Anthony Davis and Alex Caruso. And who do you think really stepped up out there tonight? Was it LeBron James? Was it Kyle Kuzma? Maybe it was Dennis Schroeder. There's a lot of scenarios where a couple players really stepped up. Montrezl Harrell, Wesley Matthews. I'm thinking about some other player that stepped up, but we can't really think of the top of my head. I mean, maybe KCP. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios where some certain players that I probably didn't mention in this video stepped up, but in my eyes, I saw a couple of combinations of just the Lakers surviving when it came to facing a team like the OKC Thunder due to the circumstances of lack of players that are those type of players that really the Lakers rely on when it comes to defense. And due to Anthony Davis and Alex Caruso not playing tonight, plays a huge role. Because in any given moment, if we had Anthony Davis and Alex Caruso, the type of scenario where the Lakers, could have won this game in the fourth quarter and just ended it, would have played a whole different type of storyline when it came to this particular matchup. But, it is what it is. The Lakers won. I'm glad. So, guys, please comment down below, like, subscribe to the channel, share my videos, and please make sure to like all my social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I'll leave the links to my social media sites in the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites. And, of course, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.